How weird and creepy was that?
That was good. I like that.
Merce Sausage coming out with the poo shot. We were only 1 minute late.
Ooh. With the poo shot?
Yeah.
Hello.
What's up, Brian? Big
Hey,
Bacchus.
y'all. Big Bacchus.
Jason.
Jason was a topic of conversation after the live stream last week.
Were they?
Yeah.
Were they?
Mm-hmm.
Some people didn't realize that Jason had at some point was a member, but they let their membership lapse. They're no longer on the website. Very sad. No, maybe not sad, but you know, shit happens, right, Jason?
Like going to Exotica in New Jersey.
Well, gotta save up your money.
You know, Exotica in DC is in 2 weeks. You know that, right?
Yes, it is.
Are we still going? That's an I don't know from Mary Lou. For those of you who are just listening.
Well, okay. I never know what we're doing sometimes or where we're going because you might say something 6 months ago and then all of a sudden be like, "Hey, aren't we going to that this weekend?" What? What? We are what? What happened?
It happens.
Yeah.
What's up, Wheelass? What's up, Amy? Who else is watching? There's a few others. We know you're out there. We can see you. You might as well pop your head up and say hi. Do it. Do it.
Well, Jason says he's going to be honest. They wanted to come, but I just didn't know anything about the swingers' life, and I didn't want to show up because I didn't know if I could say the right things. Well, I mean, I don't think there's anything right or wrong that you could say, but simply to make conversation to start out, you know.
You know, Jason, thank you. Because we are literally going to use this as a segue to talk about something really important.
Okay.
And in about 3 weeks, no, excuse me, in about a month, just shy of a month, the club. What's up, Adrian? Good advice from Amy. Jason, if you question it, don't say it.
Yeah.
That's probably true. If it feels like something you wouldn't ordinarily say in a typical conversation, you know, you want to sort of temper too about that, especially first, you know, as you learn and get comfortable with the environment.
Right.
I think that's a mistake. Some people come into this using that segue, worried about things like that, like worried about how to interact, how to start things up. Do you even want to interact that way? You know, are you going to, you know, what are the expectations, right?
Right.
So in about a month, we've put an event up called Onyx Night, and excuse me, just in a nutshell, we'll try to explain it briefly. Onyx Night is basically the Onyx ticket is the same ticket anybody would get currently, but we have this social ticket that we're offering at a little bit of a reduced price for people who just don't know, not sure about it, don't know how to act, but really just want to socialize and meet people and get acclimated to the environment. So we've created this instance of a social ticket to sort of take some of that pressure off for even just to be in the environment. So I know that there was some confusion. There were some people that were concerned. Just testing out that particular theory. You know, don't get excited about the pricing. The pricing for that event is just to test it out. That's it. It's not a sign of things to come.
Mm-hmm.
Not pre. Anyway, but yeah. So Jason, maybe you should consider attending on December 8th. Is it the 8th or the 7th? I can't remember now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for Onyx night. So spread the word. Spread the word like you do your cheeks.
It would be the 8th.
Okay.
December 8th. Anybody else? Anybody else got anything to say about it, or no?
Well, I mean, you're only saying one thing. I mean, you have to give a full descriptive on it, don't you?
Go ahead.
I don't.
Well, there are still clubs in Ohio, Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, it is a long drive. It's a 2-hour drive. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway,
Okay.
that's it.
That was it?
That was it. That's all we got.
That's all you got? Okay. Bye, everyone. No.
Well, hello, Alexandra. Welcome
No.
back.
Hello.
We need the rest of you who are watching incognito to pop in and say hi. That is a not really a requirement, but we'd really love to see you. Oh, I see. I'm getting prompted. Oh, I get to talk about it. Nobody else wants to talk about this. So yeah, so the other part of it, so the social only ticket. What it's doing is it's reducing access to certain areas of the club, specifically the play areas of the club, like the dungeon, the group rooms, the private rooms, the glory hole, things like that. You'll still have access to all the what would be considered the common areas of the club, which would be the lounge area, the club area, like the nightclub where the dancing and stuff, patio, deck, hallways, restrooms, all of the areas that everyone should be able to access will have access with the social ticket.
God forbid you can't go to the restroom.
Yes. Yeah. Social ticket holders have to use the outside lavatory.
That's the third bush on the left when you walk out the door.
Yes.
Not the third hairy bush.
Hey, P&D, haven't been in
P&D.
here in a while.
Yeah.
Hi,
Well, you know
P&D.
what? Summer's over.
It's true.
Winter's coming. It's getting cold. Some of our, people that sort of disappeared through the summer are finally coming back.
Yeah.
Speaking of coming back, how about Cirque du Kink?
Oh, that was so much fun.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good time.
That was it. Fun. It was a good time.
I always love seeing Scarlett perform because she's like my faux drag mom.
Okay, so I have a general idea about the vernacular, but Scarlett talked about that numerous times about being a drag mom, and I think my understanding of that is that a drag mom is somebody who's been doing drag for a while, but then takes other newer drag queens as their sort of mentees, and they are the mentor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like an official thing? Is there like an agreement, a contract? Is it written in blood, or is it just kind of like we're more like buddies, buds, friends?
Well, old school drag, which it's still part of drag now, if let's say I had a particular stage name, and
You don't.
it was, Roger, then whoever became, if I was a mentor to another drag individual, then they would take on, my name or my part of my stage name in a
It
sense.
comes from
family.
like the 80s during like and he said, so technically I'm your drag grandma. Great. No. But no, it like comes from, I'm pretty sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it comes from back in like the days of balls and stuff like that in New York City. Different houses would compete, so you'd have like, the house of whatever house of, like, I'm just pulling from Pose at this point, but House of Evangelista versus the House of Abundance.
Right.
They would all have the same last names, and it's your mentors, so it's like drag family, so to speak. So
Right.
like,
Hmm.
if Scarlett was my drag mom, my name would be Zoe Fairweather. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Well, okay. So Amy's saying we all had different names in the House of Haunt, but
Yeah.
that is a traditional way of joining the house, like back in the ball scene.
Yeah.
I'm literally looking at Amy's name, Amy Vaca House. I'm assuming that means that you are part of that house,
Well, no. So Amy was a part of the House of Haunt.
right?
Yes.
Amy Vodka House is a. Amy Vodka House is obviously a play on Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Jason is wishing everybody an awesome night except for Mary Lou and I. So
Let's do that. We hope you're having a great night too, Jason.
Oh my god.
So can we do that with the body shop then? Like we just use the body shop's name, we adopt it as the last name, so it'd be Ann Shop and Gelsomino Shop and Zoe Shop and Mary Lou Shop. Or do we have to come up with something cooler?
Something cooler.
Yeah.
Well, what would be our drag names?
Listen, mine's Zoe Violet.
Yeah.
Zoe Violet and Company. Zoe Violet, I already got one.
What about you, G?
G could be like, I could be your drag mom, and you could be like Gelsomino Lavender. Oh,
Oh, wait a minute.
You mean Jasmine. G body.
Mhm.
So it wasn't G body, wasn't it like a GM body? Or I mean it's J body. Like different car companies they had letter names for their bodies.
Oh, yeah, the body
J
styles.
body. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is the G body.
we could be.
You can see the G body running up and down the hills in the mornings. It's definitely an old school model.
Well, it could go under the format too of like, okay, for me, culturally, my name would technically be Marilu Rojero Casio de Esplandu. So the de Esplandu is to say of the house of G, the house of G's family in that sense. The G spot. Oh.
Possibly.
Ah, I see that, Amy. Oh, I love that.
We would need an MC. Is that is Amy going to MC that?
Well, I think that Scarlett would be a perfect MC if they're
Oh,
actually
yeah.
going to retire.
Oh, I wonder if we should do that for By the Way on January 27th.
I don't
It'll
know.
be it'll technically be for 2024, so it would be Miss Body Shop 2024. What do you think, guys? Should we do it?
I don't know.
Yeah, do it. Let's go. All right, let's do it.
I vote yes.
We can write a note to follow up later.
Yes.
Got to make decisions fast. We got to do it quickly. Otherwise, we forget.
Not on the live stream.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, forgot, guys. We're on the live stream.
Mhm. Remember,
It was like more like a Zoom call.
we have to follow our SMART goals.
I know
as
my question.
as opposed to the dumb goals.
You've never
The
heard
dumb
of
goals are usually
SMART?
more fun.
I know what I'm putting in for my question 3 on Monday.
You never heard of SMART goals? It's a business acronym. S, be specific. M, measure your goal. A, is it achievable? R, is it relevant to your customer base? And T, is it time sensitive?
When I was
SMART.
in school, we had to do SMART goals quarterly for each class.
Yeah.
It's a fun time. I'd be like, my smart goal for this semester is not failing biology.
Hmm.
Now I get surrounded by biology.
Oh my god.
Microbiology.
And DNA.
Microbiology, that is.
Oh, sometimes it is micro.
I wonder if I can. I wonder if. Oh wow, Mary Lou. Damn. I wonder if somebody who swallows would be considered a microbiologist.
What?
Sure.
What did you say?
I said, I wonder if somebody who swallows would be considered a microbiologist.
Do you want to hear a funny story?
No, you know what? Let's start with a
What?
sad one.
Yes.
Okay.
Give us a good segue out of G's faux pas.
Speaking of biology, so we were doing, when I was in chemistry, we were doing this thing where we would mouth swab everyone and we were like looking at our DNA strands underneath the microscope. I'm sure you could tell where this story is leading
Oh,
to.
no.
Oh, I do.
One of my friends the night before was, swallowing the chicken, so to speak, sucking some penis. And like all my friends, they are not quitters, they are swallowers. So they, when we did the swab test in school the next day, she goes, "What the hell is this? Like, what the hell is this?" The teacher came over and was like, "Well, the thing that's moving around that you're very confused about is sperm." And she still had sperm in her mouth, confirmed by the teacher in front of the class from giving her boyfriend head the night before.
Well, those are some tough ass fucking sperm.
Or she didn't brush her teeth.
Or something. But Shorty still had sperm cells in her mouth swimming about. The teacher was like,
I believe I can fly.
She was like,
I can touch the thigh.
She was like, "There's stuff moving around. Like, I don't know what it is. Can you because I didn't have it. None of us had it." She was like, "Can I look at your stuff?" And we were like, "Yeah, sure." She's like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "The fuck do you think it is?" Yeah. Teacher comes over. He goes, "Yeah, that's sperm."
Adrian says scrambled eggs. I thought scrambled eggs was when you got fucked really hard.
The best way I like my eggs is fertilized.
I have to refrain from saying that at breakfast.
Okay.
Actually, every time when they ask Mary Lou in my head, I say she likes them fertilized.
Yeah, I was going to say, there was a time when you actually said that out loud and the waitress actually just looked at you like, "And you, ma'am, what would you like?"
Anyway, guys, there is a breeding kink survey on our newsfeed.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. For the study.
Yes.
I think people are just looking for, you know what? I'm having a breeding kink study too. You can sign up by visiting G&M on the website.
Yeah, if you can breed, wow. There's a miracle there.
Gonna turn into a starfish and what's the scientific fuck? Fuck, my joke is ruined because I forgot the name of the term. What's the term? It's like self-reproduction. Fuck.
I don't know, but I like Jason's segue. Hey, since we're talking about scrambled eggs, do you guys like the Waffle House?
I've still never been.
Yeah, G has never been into a Waffle House.
No. Well, there is one in Pittsburgh though, right?
Washington. There's two.
Yeah.
We need to take a road trip.
Yeah.
We'll have a staff meeting at a Waffle House.
Honestly.
Well, G can tell this story, smothered and covered.
Oh, come on. We've told the story like 172 times.
We have not.
Do you guys know? You guys know the story.
I know this story.
Yeah. If you don't know the story, raise your hand and I'll tell it again. Otherwise, we're going to move on. You know the Waffle House story, Anne.
The word was
and I just don't know if I Yeah. I'm sure if you reminded me, I'd be like, oh,
Okay.
yeah.
In the wee early stages of dating, Mary Lou would come visit, and we would go to the Canton Body Shop. And one night after an event, became very apparent to me that Mary Lou had drank a little more than normal. And on the way home, there is a Waffle House that we literally drive by. And I still, again, every single time I drove to Canton, I drove by this Waffle House, never stopped. We're driving by. Mary Lou sees the Waffle House out of the corner of her eye, or she smelled the waffles. I don't know what, but all of a sudden she kind of arose out of a drunken slumber and says, "Smothered and covered."
I do remember this one, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm driving and I'm like, "What? Smothered and covered." We are heading home right now. I don't know what the fuck that means, but we are heading home. The next day, I'm recounting the story with Mary Lou about how she was slightly intoxicated and then spoke out about being smothered and covered. And then she explained to me that that is an actual thing at Waffle House on how to get your fries, home fries,
It's your
Yeah.
eggs.
Your hash browns.
Yeah.
hash browns. Yeah. So, yeah.
So
That's it.
Smothered and covered. Isn't it what? Cheese and onions, right?
yeah, cheese, onions. Yeah.
So apparently Mary Lou likes her hash brown smothered and covered.
Mm-hmm. But I
I
think
like
at that moment in time, G was thinking, "Yeah, I'll smother you and cover you." And
Not in that condition, I wasn't gonna. Because listen, I remember the first how do I say this? I remember the first time Mary Lou was giving oral sex to completion, and me being unaware at the time that Mary Lou's a quitter, and had a very negative reaction to my unexpected ending.
and Jason is still talking about Waffle House and how good it sounds for breakfast.
So yeah, I am 100% sure that Mary Lou was not suggesting in any way, shape, or form she wanted to be smothered and covered. Much to my dismay.
Yeah.
I like some of my burgers and French fries animal style. That's good.
Well, now we have to know what is
Animal style. So it's more of a West Coast thing, but if you've ever been to In-N-Out,
Yes.
animal style, you can get your burger animal style, or you can get your fries animal style. It's like their version of like mac sauce with grilled onions.
Mm-hmm.
It's really tasty.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I personally get the Flying Dutchman, but In-N-Out has this like really extensive secret menu for some reason. Like you can get stuff protein style, you can get like the Flying Dutchman, you can get like anything and everything under the sun.
Is protein style with extra G's?
I'm pretty sure protein style is instead of a bun they use lettuce wraps.
Mm-hmm.
The Flying Dutchman is literally just like the patty itself with cheese and nothing else. I'm trying to think of some others. You can get ones where it's like grilled cheese for the for like the bun instead of a bun.
You can get a quad.
Yeah, 4x4.
A 4x4.
So Jason's asking if anybody's been to Five Guys. I remember Mary Lou said she was taking me to Five Guys, and when I showed up, I was a little disappointed.
He was.
I don't like Five Guys French fries, and that's my hot take of the day.
Why
What
not?
Wait, what did you say, Ann?
I said, at least you got a burger, though.
Well, yeah, I did get some meat, but not
Yeah,
the
you got
Five
some
Guys I
meat.
was thinking about. Zoe, what did you say?
I said my hot take is that I hate Five Guys French fries.
They're not the greatest.
I don't like them. I know they're supposed to be like super fresh, and they tell you literally the farm that they get them from every day, but like, not a fan.
It's just natural shoestring fries. Like
Yeah,
fries are natural.
I don't know why. I don't. I think my thing is I don't like natural cut fries. Like anything that
Mm.
still has the skins on them, I'm like, like Wendy's is as far as I'll go in terms of potato skin still on the French fry.
So you don't eat potato skins off of baked potatoes?
Well, no, I do. It's just when I'm looking for a French fry, I'm not looking for potato skin. I could like eat an entire Wendy's baked potato skin and all, and that's no issue because I know I want potato skin. But if I'm getting French fries, the fuck would I want potato skin for?
Okay. I don't know to taste it, do you? Or do you?
I don't know. It's just something that's up. Exactly, Nicole. Nicole gets me.
And I love how Jason's like, isn't it strange? They have a restaurant that's called In and Out, and then they have one called Five Guys.
They also have a gas
Sounds like
station
the
called
starting
Fun
of
and
an
Gas.
event.
What if they're like right next to each other?
In and out with five guys in and out. That
Yeah.
sounds like a gangbang.
Have y'all ever been to Dick's Last Resort?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Not in a long time.
That's a good one. I think last time I went, my hat was. What the fuck was my hat? I think it was like I DoorDash Plan B or something like that. Like, okay. I went there with my grandma. Her hat said my first threesome was with Lewis and Clark.
Oh my god.
That was a good one.
Melissa.
Yeah, what is it with these restaurants now that they have the combo ones? Like half KFC, half Taco Bell. Or like half A&W root beer and half Long John Silver's.
They're owned by the same like parent company.
Yeah.
I always see growing up I had a combination KFC Taco Bell, which was really weird to eat mashed potatoes with tacos. But anyway.
But it's delicious.
It is good. It is good.
Do you get a taco with mashed potatoes on it?
No.
You know what I do miss though? Do y'all remember the KFC like laptop kids meals that like? Oh, I miss it. I miss it.
Oh. Amy wants to talk about Friday.
Yes.
So I'm going to start out by saying, number one, thank you to the Parkway Theater for hosting us on Friday. And thank you to Mary Lou for really helping put that together and spearheading that whole thing. It was nice to see so many members out that night. What I realize is I think almost everybody at the event was for or from the Body Shop in some way, shape, or form, except for the two older ladies who reminded me of the two old guys from the Muppets that would sit up in the balcony and just laugh at everything and make fun of everything. These two ladies were the feminine version of those two guys.
Yeah. And they were sitting like in the last row in the corner, like looking down at everybody. So it was like, okay.
They were really funny. Me and Amy, we were putting our stuff in before the movie started because me and Amy were sitting next to each other and we were having a rather X-rated conversation, as one does. And the ladies come in and they just look at us and Amy's like, oh.
But they were kind of...
And then like in the middle of the movie, they're like, yeah, suck that dick. And we're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yes, Amy says that there was a lot of confusion. So for those of you who don't know, we went to go see Dick's the musical. Is it like a play? It's not. I thought it was gonna be like Hamilton, like that sort of style, but it was more
Hamilton
like
is the musical, by the way. It's an opera, but
yeah.
Continue. I was a lighting
Wow,
director.
she told you.
Oh, Jason wants you to say what the name of the musical was you were watching, Zoe.
The name of the musical was called Dick's. Did that work? Did the noise suppression cancel it out?
Okay, Nicole, you're asking if the two ladies were clutching their pearls.
Not at all.
Not at all. They
They
were
were so
hooting and hollering, and as Zoe noted, suck that dick
hmm
in the back.
They are going crazy. They are what I aspire to be when I'm older, I think.
So I actually got their
Me too.
story, a brief synopsis of their story from the owners of the parkway, their sisters, and they've been coming or attending
We all have to change our vernacular.
attending their Friday night showing quite regularly since they opened. So I guess they must be from the neighborhood.
I know the comedy show after I stuck around for it for a little bit, the host was rather upset that his jokes were not landing.
Yeah, we had the comedy show afterwards, and there were a couple that were actually like for amateur night comedy. It was like they were really good.
I
And
remember
then there were some where we just all sat there like,
was it? Didn't he? I think he made a joke about like eating a girl out on SSRIs, and like I understand the joke and it's funny, but then he was like, "I guess I'm telling 6-foot jokes to a 5.5-foot crowd." I'm like, bro, it's a joke about eating a girl out on SSRIs. Like,
So
they can't come.
as a 6'4" person, that definitely didn't go over my head. But I mean, I'm assuming it means that girls on SSRIs have a difficult time orgasming.
Yeah, antidepressants basically make you lose your ability to come. It's like a beat that never drops.
or Mike.
Anecdotally.
Is it possible? And this is just the way my mind works. That it's not really the case, and that is being used as to not hurt the person's feelings, that they just don't know how to eat fucking pussy.
No, there's definitely like, because I take antidepressants, but like some of them can like literally like from like with other people by yourself, like it like I equate it very similar from like the experiences I've talked to some of my like trans friends when they're trying to come. Sometimes it's like you're almost there and then it just never happens, or like your body gives the same responses but there's no like release, so to speak. Like your heart rate will go up and stuff like that, like you're almost experiencing it but there's no actual release. It's very
It's
weird.
almost like the meds are edging you.
Yeah, it's because the meds, they basically stick to the serotonin inhibitors in your
Mhm.
brain, which is what makes them an SSRI. But yeah, it doesn't allow your serotonin receptors to give you the orgasmic release that you do like when you orgasm, because they're connected to your serotonin receptors.
So, serious question.
Mhm.
More so for Mary Lou, because she'll have a little bit more of a reference for this. Is it kind of like when I have an anal orgasm?
Yeah. Like you're there, but you're not there. Like
So,
you're like,
for a
but you're not.
to give some reference or frame for that, I will just any person who has not had an anal orgasm, it literally feels like you're coming, like physically coming, but you're not.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that 3 or 4 times in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. Like, I don't know the last time I've been able to come 3 or 4 times in a row, other than I was probably 20, in that short a time frame. So bring it on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Get some Lexapro,
Like,
you'll be able to last for hours.
Mary Lou's like, sign me up. Mary Lou does not need those. No, thank you.
no, I'm good.
But that's actually, that's good that we talked about this, because I don't know that a lot of people know that. The joke didn't land for me necessarily. I just knew there was some sort of reference to that. I think it was not the greatest joke, and certainly not delivered the best.
Mm-mm.
But
yeah,
and Jay says they're not quite sure the analogy quite works. I'm talking about maybe not, but I'm talking about for me, having experienced that sort of orgasm.
Mhm.
I literally have asked Mary Lou, "Did I just orgasm?" And she'd be like, "Nope."
I mean, not in the
Physical sense, like in the
physical sense, and actually having an ejaculatory response to coming. So
Mhm.
yeah, you know,
Okay.
it's kind of like, well, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because
I
it's
mean,
like you're literally telling me I'm coming, and I'm like, no,
Huh?
you're not.
Is this thing on?
Yeah.
Hello?
what's this thing on?
Hello?
Uh, I, thank you for using that particular. Yes, thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
And not this one.
Hello?
No, put it away. Put that away. Yes, thank you. Yes, no. Ooh, before, after. Actually, that's a pretty good representation of a
It's like
grower
it's like those
and not
porn
a
ads where
shower.
it's like those porn ads where it's like this game will have you going from this to this in 5 minutes.
They lie. I've tried it 732 times.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was one too that I was kind of a little like, really, dude. Uh, Amy's talking about a particular joke that was made.
Yeah, we have the benefit of interacting with wonderfully amazing people every single week. And not everybody is exposed to everything that we're exposed to,
Mhm.
which is why it was important to thank the Parkway for entertaining, even bringing us. Some places are just like
Mhm.
so to have that and so close to the club, and being a part of the same community, being in the Stowe Rocks area, I think it's important. So yes, it was definitely a bad taste, but they probably, going back, Mary Lou, you said that normally on Friday nights there aren't many people there, and they're usually just the comedians are just telling jokes to each other.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
here are these guys who are normally just telling jokes to each other, all of a sudden with an audience of 20 or 30 people plus, and no wonder half of them look like they're ready to shit their pants.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
So
But
yeah.
yeah, what else about that night? Oh, the food. The crepe.
Oh, so good.
The crepes were amazing. When we got them.
Yes.
So speaking of crepes, I did not get to have any. Mary Lou was behind me, didn't even ask me if I wanted
Oh,
any.
no. Hold up. When I went up to order my crepe,
Oh,
I said, "Do you want anything? I'm getting a crepe with Nutella and strawberries. Do you want anything?" Was very specific in the sense that I'm asking if you want your own because you're not getting any of mine.
I understand the context of that question. I think you totally skipping over the part where you had one, and I turned and looked about 3 or 4 times, like, oh boy, and I even said, "Oh, that looks good," and you were like, "Mm-hmm."
Yeah.
I just
You had an
didn't
opportunity
miss a beat.
to get one of your
Didn't miss
own.
a beat. And
Sprinkle,
now, in
sprinkle.
contrast, let me explain to you what it's like to have snacks in our household. No matter what it is, what time it is,
Mhm.
if I go to get a snack and I sit down, I'm just going to start using this as bait for getting Mary Lou to sit next to me and maybe get something else out of it. But that in moments I sit down, it's Mary Lou. Doesn't say anything, then comes just a little closer, and then I automatically know from now on, if I'm getting snacks, I might as well just bring enough for two. Except for last night when he made the dip, and apparently Mary was like, "You made too much."
Okay.
Oh no.
Like,
Okay.
I can't
So
win.
I bought this jalapeno bacon dip to be made. And
What's up, Adam?
it serves it was 4 servings, and he made all 4 servings. So normally, you know, the bowl is generally like this, with just a little bit of dip at midnight. But no, he comes out with a serving, like double stacked this much of.
It was a lot. I gotta be honest with you. It didn't look like a lot in the package when I was making it. And then I was squirting it all out into the bowl, and I mixed all the other shit, and I was like, "Ooh, that's a lot."
And that's why nudes can be deceiving, folks.
Hi, Anna.
Yes.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah. So anyway, back to the crepe. I have no idea how delicious the crepes were because I was not offered a bite.
I got the strawberry vanilla Nutella chocolate ones. I was like, can I get the strawberry banana Nutella? And he's like, do you want chocolate on it too? I go, I can get chocolate on it too. He's like, yeah. I go, so I get strawberries, bananas, chocolate, and Nutella. He goes, yeah.
Oh.
What the fuck? Yes.
Yeah, it was good. But for those of you that aren't familiar with Parkway setup, the Parkway Theater, it used to be a one large screening theater, like the old style mom and pop theaters from way back when. And when it was
When we were youngsters.
yeah, when we were youngsters. So then when it was purchased, they actually split the space up and made it into like 3 sections. So you have the bar entertainment stage area. You have the movie theater, which now instead of holding 100 holds 45. And then on the other side, they have a brewery. And then they have a little makeshift kitchen. And that kitchen was putting out some food. When I say makeshift kitchen, it's like literally the
It's
size of
small.
Like 6x6.
It's smaller than my office. Actually, it's probably about the size of Anne's office,
yeah,
if that.
I'd say smaller than that.
smaller.
Yeah, that movie
But
is wild.
my steak and cheese sub was so good.
So I'm
The hoagies were
The
gas.
home fries were delicious too. I mean, like,
well. I'm
Yeah.
going to put it out there. Anybody who wants to have a crepe date with me on Friday,
We're going up there before we open.
you already had one.
It
Don't
doesn't
worry,
mean we're
guys.
not all going up there like when we go up to Cookie ice
Don't
cream.
worry. We still got
Yeah.
eclair cake. Let's
Oh,
not
yeah,
get
we
ahead
had
of
eclair
ourselves.
Listen. Word, I ate 2/3 of a row
Did you?
before the live stream, and I guarantee you, I'm going to eat at least another third before I go to bed.
Delicious.
There's a lot of eating going on today.
That movie was
I
wild.
have popsicles.
Oh yeah.
I'm very excited for popsicles.
We waited long enough for those popsicles.
I know, right? That was the most ridiculous Instacart order ever.
So I don't know. So going back to really quick, the Parkway Theater and Dick's musical,
Uh-huh.
not the opera,
Not the opera.
not the opera. It
Sarah
was
Dick's the opera.
really.
I need to see that.
I can't even explain to you. I mean, I could tell you the plot of it, but I won't because it's just that bonkers.
It was a weird one. It was a weird one.
Yeah. But
But
absolutely, I recommend watching it if you have the opportunity. If you can live stream it or whatever, go watch it.
Yeah, afterwards, Joe was like, "What did I just watch?" And I gave him a very.
I'm not gonna lie. So like, I'm not the biggest comedy movie fan. So like, there was a part where I just kind of like spaced out for a little bit. And then, I space out and then I'm realizing I'm watching a movie and I look up and they're 69ing while standing up.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I, like Amy, was in pretty much the same shape. So,
Wow.
so yeah, I was pretty much in awe, and it was like shock and awe for me the whole entire movie.
Well, I have to say at one point I looked over towards you, Anne, and I saw Joe, and the expression on his face was merely so much so that I tapped G, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Look at Joe," and he's like, "What?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Look at Joe,"
Yeah.
and he like looked. He's like, "Oh yeah, okay."
Yeah. He did. Yeah. He was not sure what he watched after that. Yeah.
You know what would be great? And I'm not advocating for the recreational use of medicinal mushrooms, um, but I feel like that would be a movie you could watch on mushrooms and would be very, very different.
You know what movie you should never watch on medicinal mushrooms? This horror movie called Vivarium.
Oh no, I've seen that one.
Never watch that on mushrooms.
I could
Hmm.
see that. We saw that.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, we saw that when we were stone cold sober, and it was like,
It's weird as hell, isn't it? Weird as hell. I
It
was
is.
like,
I don't. Did I watch it with you, Mary Lou? I mean,
Yes,
it
you
sounds
did.
familiar.
Yes.
Okay.
Think of they were looking for a new apartment.
and then they get stuck in like the neighborhood.
Oh yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they go round and round and round and round. Yeah.
I was a bit of a bad teenager and recreationally did some psychedelics one time, and we watched Candyman, Carrie, the original Carrie, and Final Destination 3. Do not watch those movies the first time you ever recreationally use psychedelics. It will rewire your brain chemistry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Requiem for a Dream is another one that's kind of like, yeah, I wouldn't watch that with anything on anything.
Mm-mm.
It's a little
I
crazy.
wonder. So Ohio. Speaking of edibles and recreational use medication, just really quick, that just reminded me. When we get off the live stream, I'm going to ask everybody to check something in the mirror. If you can raise one eyebrow, raise it, then see if you can raise the other one independently.
I don't think I can do that.
I cannot, by the way. I can do one.
You
But
know,
I
they
cannot.
go forehead.
They either go up or they go down or they stay where they are.
Apparently, Zoe. Wait, hold on. Hold on. We got to fix this.
Oh my
Wait, Zoe.
We got there. We kind of got there. Hold on. Okay, so this one is my bitch eyebrow. I'll be like raising that when I'm intrigued. This one though is a bit.
That one looks a little maniacal.
it's because it's cut right here.
But even still,
This part's covered. It's like
We're all discombobulated
lick their lick. For a minute there, Jason, I
now.
read
Nobody
that
can lick
as
their
in, can
elbow.
anyone lick their eyebrow? And I'm like, oh, I can't. Oh,
Listen,
I'm
Cross my
all
hook.
for it.
I can tell you right now, Mary Lou is putting out there. If you can lick your eyebrow, call Mary Lou now.
No.
1-800 lick eyebrow. Call Mary Lou.
that's a fun one. Can y'all do this one? I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, so I'm hyper flexible, so I can do like
No.
or like any of the fingers,
Sorry.
any of the fingies.
Big Bacchus, I'm just checking. You said you're fasting. Is that for you have testing, or are you doing it because you're a masochist? Because I fast, but
You do.
I
Which
guess
drives me
I'm a
crazy.
masochist.
It's funny because you would think that the person that's depriving themselves of food, the fasty, would be the one who's hangry and like, "Meow." But instead, I'm the one because when he fasts, then I don't have anyone to like bring me snacks
Or
and
crepes.
yeah, I'd be okay with me eating things that I shouldn't be eating.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm the one that becomes hangry and like, uh,
Listen, I can go days without eating.
I know
Same. But that's bad for me.
that's bad for you.
Yeah. So Big Bacchus is doing it for fun.
Mm,
But yes, it is difficult sometimes, especially if you have medicated with your medication.
Hunger-inducing medication.
uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, appetite stimulant.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
the him, hunger inducing medication.
Yeah.
For hymns.
If you've had some of him, wait, if you've had some of him, be sure to reach for Tostitos.
Got a little bit of him inside you.
Or a little bit of his kids.
No.
No.
Back to the. Didn't we ask that last week if you're a swallower or you're a cannibal?
Get your mouth ready for him.
Speaking of that, Mary Lou,
Yes.
will you get your mouth ready for him?
As long as my Instacart order comes in time.
Yes.
That's a yes.
So yes, go watch Dick's the Musical.
Yeah.
After taking him, just
Yeah.
know raw food is the best.
Be sure to get as much raw meat as possible.
Mhm.
So
Terrible.
Big
Terrible.
Bacchus says you just have to work through the munchies and keep going until you have sleep for dinner.
That was Mary Lou last night. Mary Lou was having sleep for dinner for sure.
yeah, there was something. Well, I got a new medicinal and it was like,
The
okay.
nighttime one, the one that puts you to sleep, yeah.
Yeah.
It works.
Oh yeah.
It works.
It was so bad because we had a friend over and they're like, "How are you doing, Marilyn?" I'm like, "Well, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm on the couch." Okay. Oh, hey! When'd you get here? Oh, hi. Oh, I mean, I I was like, fuck out of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was definitely out.
Hmm.
But and yet still trying to fight it and watch a movie.
Mary Lou 100% does the kid thing. Like, she'll be like legit falling asleep, snoring. Mary Lou, go to bed. No, 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 no. I'm gonna stay up. I'm gonna stay up. Okay. Literally seconds after she just said that, falls right back asleep. Yeah.
And then I'll get up and be like, "Oh no, I'm fine. I wasn't sleeping." Go in the kitchen, get something to eat, come back, lay back down on the couch. I got half a grape sticking out of my mouth.
It sounds like my roommate. My roommate does the exact same thing.
Current roommate?
Current roommate. I'll be sitting there talking to her. She's like, yeah. And then, like, I went to the store and in the middle of a sentence. I'm like, girly, I'm on the edge of my seat right now. Like,
What happened at the store?
like what? Or like my favorite is like, when she's like giving me like the rundown of like one of her like, sexual escapades, and she's like, yeah, and then I got on top of his dick, and you wouldn't believe what he said. He was like, what did he say? What did he say?
Just that.
God, I hope not. That would suck.
And that's how we ended up with an Uber driver in Buffalo.
No names.
Oh, no names. No names. No names.
That's how we ended up with an Uber driver in Buffalo. Oh.
Mm-mm-mm. So Jason wants to know what everyone's plans are for Thanksgiving.
Turkey.
I'm getting the itis. I'm going on the walk with my cousins, if you know what I mean.
I don't. No, actually, I don't know what that means.
You don't. You go on. You know the walk before Thanksgiving that you take with your cousins.
Yes.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
walk.
okay. No, actually, listen. I was a good boy up until just a few years ago, so no, I didn't know that was a thing.
It's the
But I do know
hymn
what
walk.
it is now.
Yeah.
It's the hymn walk. You need the hunger inducing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hunger-inducing medicine walk. You know,
I'm gonna go walk with him.
the pre-cardio. The pre-cardio.
Okay.
I guess says some people bake pies. I bake myself.
Uh-huh.
You know, Thanksgiving's great. I like to start the morning off with 3 or 4 bowls, and I'm not talking about cereal.
Well, I mean, Thanksgiving is one of those that over the years has lost its luster, its shine. When you're around the same people every year, so you do have to find a hymn to kind of help you through the day.
Yes. You know what? Maybe that's what religious people are really talking about.
Mm.
Him gets me through all things.
You know what they say? Him fosters community.
Him does foster
Yes, it
community.
does.
Him fosters community. And you know what Thanksgiving's all about? Community.
Yep.
You know, let's all have some hymn time this Thanksgiving. Remember
Let's set
him
away.
during
Let's set some
Thanksgiving.
time away
Mhm.
for him. You know,
Yeah.
this message has been certified by a deacon.
Yes. Wait, can it just be this message was approved by him?
The deacon of him.
Speaking of him. So I'm reading Amy's post here, and I remember that.
Amy's being so not nice.
Ah.
Putting everybody out on blast.
Oh my god. Oh.
Anyway,
Well,
yeah, speaking of that, I'll be spending some time with him on Thanksgiving.
Now you know about the walk, though. So when you're with your family and they're like, yeah, I'm going to take a real quick walk, you just look at them like this. And then you switch the eyebrows and you go,
just I don't think that's gonna work with at my family's because they would all be like, "Oh yeah, let's go for a walk, G." And like a literal walk, like an actual one.
shit.
Tell them stay upwind. Stay upwind.
Yeah, walk in front of me, please.
Mind your business. Stay upwind.
I got your 6. I got your 6. You just keep covering the 12.
Yeah, that's the beauty of edibles, though. I have really grown to love them.
The slow bake from the inside.
So you like to swallow your hymn.
I love swallowing him.
More than you know.
No judgment, please.
No judgment whatsoever. Oh my god. So what do we got coming up this week?
Did we talk enough about dicks?
Dicks.
We talked about Dick's.
Okay. No, I
The
just said, did we
musical.
talk enough about it. Okay.
Again, thank you to Aaron and the staff at the Parkway Theater, for a great night out.
And his wife. I don't
Mhm.
remember her name, but
And then our food prep guy, for the wonderful crepes.
that I didn't get to have.
Mm.
Anybody
Oh.
want a crepe date this week? Just look me up.
Stop with the crepe date.
Hey, don't tell me. I'm gonna go have a crepe. I'll go by myself. I don't care.
You can make crepes pretty easy.
Yeah.
When you say you, do you mean you?
I can make crepes pretty easy.
'Cause
My
I don't make-
boyfriend was the French teacher's son.
Oh, did
She
you
taught me
teach
how to
you
make
how
it.
to French? I wonder why they called
No,
it
she
French
did.
kissing.
And of course, don't forget Abjuration Brewing. I had one of their beers. It was really good.
Do you remember which one you had?
It was actually one of their ciders. It was their blueberry cider.
Didn't the girls get the grape punch one and then the melted
Yeah.
ice cream or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were tasty.
Hmm. Yeah. I'd go back and do a flight and check it out.
I'll go back and do a crepe.
You still got those, huh?
Anyway,
I'd go back for the steak and cheese.
Let's just go back and eat.
are they open on
Yeah.
Thursdays?
Let's go.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I'm not here tomorrow.
You might be.
Not in the evening, though.
Oh yeah. Okay. Then I'm sure they're not open for breakfast.
Yeah.
No, probably not.
No scrambled eggs or fertilized eggs.
This Saturday we'll just like shut the club early.
We'll
Speaking,
just
Takeout.
phone over and be like, "Can we place a takeout order?"
Oh yeah.
not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like everyone, gotta go, sorry, gotta go. It's like midnight. Just tip on over to the grave.
Saturday. Speaking of Saturday, what do we have going on this weekend?
Ooh.
This Friday we do have Freaky Friday. A fun little update for all our Freaky Friday people. We did move some things around this week. So we know a lot of our Freaky Friday people like to bring their toys and stuff like that, and more often than not, y'all like to bring your big packages with you, with all your toys in it. And our lockers are not the biggest size, so we see that like some of you guys like to leave your stuff on like lockers and stuff like that. We did put in drawers and shelving for y'all who like to bring bags that don't fit into our lockers. They're right across from the bottle check-in bar, right below the stairs in front of the dungeon. When it comes to these ones, we are going by air cabin rules. So, don't put it in like this, put it in like this. Smaller is better in this scenario.
Mhm.
Because we
Let's
want to
treat
fit
it
as
like
many
DP
packages.
and make as
Yeah.
much room as possible for your friends.
Yes.
We want to fit all your large packages inside of
All your full sacks of toys.
yeah.
We may be a size queen, but sometimes you just can't take it all.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we put it in a pretty high visibility area so like anyone can see. So there's less issue of like, if someone's going to be in it or touching your stuff, everyone can see kind of that area. The only staff may move it to just create more space. So if your stuff is slightly moved, that's just why. But it's in a high visibility area right outside the dungeon where most people like to use their toys. So,
Yeah,
and
take advantage of it.
yes, and there's like a little video on it tomorrow on the newsfeed that I will be posting from Body Shop Talk.
If you do happen to leave your bag somewhere and then you go back looking for it and you don't see it, there is a very, very, very high probability that a staff member saw it and brought it back up to the front just to make sure nothing happened to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
And try to, eliminate all the tripping hazards or people who forget their stuff because you put it in a different location than last time.
that
We're trying to make the shelving unit, like the location for you guys.
absolutely. Absolutely. And Central Outreach is here this weekend.
Yep.
We are, they are moved, excuse me, they are now moved to a semi-permanent location back into, if you go down to where the make our left at the glory hole. If you go past where the glory hole is, that's where central outreach will be from now on. That will also be our sort of makeshift classroom area that we're developing. And we're going to start doing some classes in that. Excuse me. Potentially even during events. But for this week, we do. Speaking of classes, this Friday, we do have a flogging class, Flogging 101. It is from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30. The doors open at 7:30, and then the class will start shortly after that. And how is that working as far as after 8:30? What are they doing?
If they have an event ticket, I think that we can probably get them checked in and then can stay in the lounge probably until the event opens.
Okay, cool.
And that
Those
way
tickets
staff
are,
has, the opportunity to get the rest of the event set up.
yeah. So those tickets are up right now. There are limited tickets. I put it up, and literally within minutes, there were 2 tickets gone. So if you're interested in those, I would not wait. So,
yeah.
And then Saturday.
Dun-dun-dun.
Bang. Smash.
Wow.
That is sort of a double entendre, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Bang. Smash.
And actually kind of came up with that.
Wow.
We were trying to come up with a cool,
Wow.
fun, sexy name for Comic-Con night,
But
which
we
is
have tons.
which is one of our most popular events. And I always love seeing people dressed up in certain type costumes.
I like the costume.
Yeah. It was funny. Someone on the news feed today was like, "Who's going to bang smash? Oh, wait a minute. Who's going to bang and smash on Saturday?"
Right.
Mhm.
Like
Thanks.
they figured it out. It was like ding, ding, ding.
You know what? I'm going to put it out there. If you are attending on Saturday, even if you're not attending, post a picture. Yes, of course. They were.
Sorry.
Post your pictures on the news feed, even if you're not attending. It would be great to see what your favorite Comic-Con type character is. I'll let you then try and guess mine.
I know the answer to that question.
Last thing before we go, actually a couple of things I want to mention. Definitely tune in next Wednesday because we have a huge announcement to make for 2024. The only thing I can legally say about it right now is that it's in Las Vegas. And I'll leave it there.
You see that eyebrow raise?
So we
And still trying to figure hers out.
Nope.
Yes, and if you want, post pictures of your eyebrows. And no, you cannot cheat.
No.
Either we have video capability. Let's see the video. I want to see the video if you can do it. If you're watching this, post it on the news feed. Lastly, if for those of you who are watching, if you need professional help after having watched this live stream, visit marylou.com. You can speak to a board certified sexologist and help unscrew your head from having watched this. If you still want to join the club, which you should probably contact Mary Lou and you first, visit bodyshopclubs.com, click the apply now button, watch your consent awareness policies, protocol, video, program video. Oh my God, stop it. Do your age verification, and we will process the application as efficiently and expediently as possible. Anything else before we go, guys?
Wrap it before you tap it.
Wrap it before you tap it.
And don't forget your hymn.
Don't forget to have a little hymn in your life. that it, folks?
Have a great night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week.